Mr. What, Annie?
Niknashwa
Ew.
kutchash.
Inchi, Nishnashwa. Mr. What, Sisi?
Niknashwa.
Ew. Boomish. Yes. There's some things like that just makes think about that a lot of my understanding and speaking also came from learning these songs, these Washat songs that go along with different parts of the service. First catch, first kill, the first roots, first berries, feast time, memorial time. I never really understood some. I know there are certain songs for certain things, but never really was shown the total difference. Only difference I know is that like the funeral songs, those can only majority of those ones that are sung in that service are only set aside for that service. Like we can't just go around singing a dressing song all willy-nilly at any service. No, it's only set aside for that moment. Same with like you can't sing the lowering when you're lowering the body in the ground. You can't sing that song just any time, or the last song of when you leave the cemetery, or when you're leaving the longhouse. You can't, just things you can't just, you got to be there to learn it. You can't just learn them any old way or any old time, from what I was told anyway. Yeah, so it took me a long time to learn those ones. Yeah, going off of that, singing songs, it brought me back to that memory when I watched a song, jumped in the car and was singing away. I don't know how long I was singing. Just saying, there was no words to it. There's no words to that song. It's just a straight song. Watched that song and just thought about it. I said, wow, I haven't heard that song sung in a long time. And then we just jumped on the car that time. Yeah, I finally started singing that song, bringing it back out now that I can't really remember it now. It's my dad usually sings that song a lot now, which is fine. Yeah. So I'm not sure if you guys had any chance to work on any of your phrasing. Any of those phrasings they probably come up with of your own, just to see if you're able to work with it. Yeah.
If not, perhaps we could try writing some sentences in class.
Yeah, we can try that too. Let's see. Like this one. Like the word, using the words right. Áanaš, tútiša, watampáyn. Would it be watampáynmkni? A lot of times you say that when it's standing close to something, put the kni under, like Wiyanawišáaš, káatnamkni. I live close to the longhouse.
I've just kind of I think, well, I think the kni always implies from, directional maybe. Kni.
Yeah.
Winanuušáaš, káatnam. I think it would just káatnamkni, at the longhouse. Or, but I think when there's a relationship of that wanapanpa, or then if you, I think along, then as you were saying before, that watampáynpa. But I don't think we would necessarily say káatnamkni. I'm not sure if I've ever heard that, but káatnamkni or Wiyanawišáaš, káatnamkni or káatnamkni, from. But I think, however, that I think sometimes I guess it just depends on how you feel, I guess, comfortable with using it. How, like if that's how you say it, then it's how you say it.
Yeah, it's just I just kind of wondered on that, on how that was worded. So I've heard it worded differently from different speakers. Just wasn't sure, but a lot of them have said that, or they say it's close from the longhouse, or they say káatnamkni, or mission market kni. It's mission market kni for some. You're not too far from there.
Because when you add that, when you use that kni, and then when you say clean, then clean or clean, then you're talking about that side, right?
Yeah.
Clean or chneen, this side.
Yeah.
But I took time to get acquainted with that payn, even though it has a statement of like a place, but also it gets used in other references, because sometimes I'll hear kakinas like kushpayn, kushpayn. References, but that then yao or pa, or yeah.
What's he use kushpine for?
Say it.
I really don't know how he uses it, but he uses it. My dad uses that a lot when he speaks, and I can't really remember how it's worded. Sometimes just I don't really pay attention all the time. They let him go off. I try paying attention after a while, trying to get his wording, and he starts going off. I was like, okay, I'm gonna I can't break it down. It's starting to talk faster. Kushpayn.
So if I was to say that, like, I was like on the lake or at the lake, like Indian Lake, if I was to say I was on the lake, then, then I would probably, maybe use the word of the canoe or whatever that I was swimming with, or if I was swimming, the lake in winanuušána, watampa. I was swimming at the lake, so it's understood that way. What's ilakšanáaš, watampa, watampáynpa. I was fishing at the lake, but I was just fishing, by the lake or along the lake. What watampáyn or wánapaynpa. This I know that right now I think they're getting ready. What is that fish they're talking about now? That get ready to eat and catches all them smelts. What do they call those? but yeah, they're fishing on the Kaulitz wanapaynpa, nachachpa. Oh, I don't know what that word's for. Twalut pamaki. The dip net.
Oh, yeah.
Twalut pamaki with the dip net. Yeah. But yeah, that's good. You know, I know that a lot of times I teach that puck, but I've never taught the pine part, I guess.
Yeah, well, mainly you heard that watampáyn, you know, referenced only to when they're talking about the people along the river, like but mainly with when áanaš was alive, she was still here because her and Bernice shared the same name, pow-wow.
Oh, yeah.
So when that name be used and they're both there, they say pow-wow winanuušána, referring to Bernice from along the river.
Mm.
That pow-wow.
So I guess if we were to say that, like, because I know two káatnishes, you know, káatnish, nachichosh mashtiotpas, áanankni,
Yeah.
chow, like pine, you know, not the one from Orange Springs,
Yeah.
the one from here in Mackay, whatever. Yeah, kind of.
Michael?
I think so. Buck.
Yeah. Kakilas, actually.
Oh,
Kakinas.
Káatnish, not
Yeah,
Káatnish.
Yeah, Kakinas.
Oh, okay, Káatnish.
And the other one had that same name, had a similar name too, was Atwai Leonard Tamaskin. He was Kakilas.
Hmm.
Almost same thing there. Like
Ilaks.
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 It was Atwai Leonard Tamaskin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that watampáyn would be different than the áanaš, tútiša, wánapa. Yeah.
So imagine that, since if it wasn't the river, but if you're along the creek, then it would turn into walápayn. Walápayn, but you know, that's possible to use it that way. The walápayn, like along the creek. Wiyanawišáaš, houch me wálapaynpa.
So the and wala and watampáyn would be like you're standing right on the edge of the river, right? Or the creek.
Long, yeah. I think it had a reference to just a long.
Áanaš, tútiša, wálapayn. Something close along the river or the creek. Yeah, we got a discussion last week about pronunciation or enunciation on some words. So what's the proper pronunciation of this word? Is it creek or is it crick?
For some English speakers, those are.
What is it? There was just a fun little thing to talk about, just to break the whole. And then it just turned into another whole debate about different words. Is that caramel or is it caramel? They went off from there. They went on to another word. It was just something fun to break the,
In some
It's cool.
dialects, creeks and cricks are two different things. Crick is
Yeah,
an
a
even
creek,
smaller thing.
Yeah, because a door can creak.
Well, no, a crick is an even smaller type of stream. Again, in some dialects of English. People do feel strongly about that.
But you get a crick in your neck too.
That's true.
Yeah, it went on like one whole class period just going off on this. It was just something fun to
Did you hear the door creak?
hear. The door creak. The door's creaking.
But that's what the CRAK, isn't it? CREAK, creek. I don't know. But we always grew up with crack. Never did know. I just never knew that Mackay was referred to as houchme until I kind of ended up, like around Wishpatrick, and then they referred to Mackay as houchme. Where's that at? You don't know where houchme is at? You lived there all your life. What? Uncle Charlie and Grandma, they never called it that. Just, we just used the pilot rock and whatever else, but and they never used to houchme.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
See, what was another one? See, tsa was one that's. See,
That
so like cáÁtnamkni or cáÁtna, walptáykša. cáÁtna walptáykša. Páchamtmi. You say, would that be just like that? We'll sing power songs for a little while longer. cáÁtna walptáykša páchamtmi. Does that make sense to you like that? Saying it like that?
Wataykša, páchamtni. We'll sound like we're saying, we'll sing war dance songs for a little while. Yeah, we'll sing for a little while, war dance songs. Yeah. Because sometimes I used to hear that in a sweat house. It does hotter heck in there. Oh my God. cáÁtnamkni. Little while longer. Hey, cáÁtnamkni, ready to just holler right now, just be this singeing. Yeah, cáÁt. Then cáÁtpayn. cáÁtpayn now. We're not pretty soon we'll go. That has that. I've heard that too. cáÁtpayn.
I thought tutti was stand.
cáÁtpayn, kush payn, wanapayn.
I didn't
I
catch
think,
that.
Yeah, good catch. I think I got
Good.
that right the first
I
time.
didn't see that. Thanks, Annie. I didn't even notice it before.
Okay,
It's all
good.
going long.
What's that?
He had sitting, where we say tútiša.
Oh,
Áanaš, tútiša. I'm sitting next to the river.
It's opposite day.
so I was telling Damien about last night. I went to the services for the worship part, and the leader, he just started ringing the bell to start the service, to hit the drums, the drum call, pop, what. Didn't say nothing like what we're used to hearing, Alchanites. Here, I said it. I said, everybody was sitting and nobody even stood up when they started the drumming. So I said it right, come on, H. Here, that means to sit down. They're already sitting. Nobody even doesn't that mean to sit down and we're already sitting? That we have to stand? Sounded funny anyway.
cáāt. Yeah, I've only heard that cáāt simcha a lot. The Wump singers would say that cáatnamkni.
Oh, yeah.
A little while longer. Doing the count, hear their count, and cáāt simcha. And some of the singers like, you said cáāt simcha. Cáāt simcha go. Said that already.
Mal out, like how long now? Cáāt simcha. Yeah. So like even winanuušána Wiyanawišáaš, Shiwanishma. Watampáynpa Wiyanawišáaš Shiwanishma. The visitors will be showing up here pretty soon. Yeah. Shiwanishma. Strangers / visitors. Mishlachayuma. Shiwanishma.
Winanuušáaman.
I remember walking into the house one time at moms like that. She would always say that, Shinamwa. And you kind of didn't really know what to say. And since I didn't answer, oh, Namwa Shiwanich. And just kind of didn't really understand that word either. Then Janice, well, answer, say something. But Slamay Sla. Well, that's true. The one that gets lost.
I'm the lost one.
Yeah.
Samaisla. Let's see. We had cáāt, payu. How would you define that word? Whipwini.
Whipwini?
Yeah.
I think either thoughtful or in deep thought or worried. Sometimes I remember hearing an áanaš tútiša, because whipwini that's what my mind is thinking, or that's what I'm thinking about. Kunti gai Krishnamata Whipwini. Like that's what you should be thinking about, or something of that nature. But as I've heard that Auntie she would express that sound, áikushnesh clean.
Yeah.
And then áikush Kvatakushina Kushnesh áikushnesh Kupisha. And I think just an expression of like, that's what I'm thinking about. And áikushnesh áikshana Kakinish Namanakush. You know, how are you? In a cool, he had a frown like that. Oh, how are you in the schwab foot for me? You know, got a lot on my mind or something, kind of worried about something, you know. Oh, thinking, you know, about what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just wondered about that word. I hear it. I've heard it before. It's never. Well, it's where I mentioned yesterday that some words are really. I know what they're saying, but it's just hard to define. How would it be? Defined really? How to define it? Tell someone. Because I get when I hear it. Whipwini. I just don't know how to explain it.
Whipwini or even Whinny.
Yeah.
Whinny. And it just all has to do with, how you're thinking. Cheshwa in meat fit chikuk.
Yeah, this is my thought for today.
Yeah. What came my Krishna's Queen. Yesterday, it's what I was thinking or whatever. Or even like, how we say that. Winanuušáaš. Instead of saying inish quisha, then it just winanuušáaš or wíšáaš.
Yeah.
Wíšáaš. Kushnish wíšáaš. Kushna kutta. This is what I'm thinking of how we will do whatever.
Yeah, like wíšáaš is shitki. Shiva nich or mish mala.
Thinking about the road. How if the road is good or bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they got on this word. I'm getting on the whipwini and the push and pui that had to teach the students of this difference because they were saying a different word. I say you got to be very careful when you're saying these words because what you guys are saying is totally different from what I'm giving you. because the word I gave was pui, to think. Ipusha. And when because they're still learning to say it, and they're saying pahui. So it's steal. Winanuušáaš or winanuušána. No, I get what you're saying. Like, I get what you're trying to say, but you're saying it. It's a whole nother word. You gotta be very careful. So I showed them the word. It's what you guys are saying. You're saying pahui, but it's pui. Pahui is to steal.
I think in a lot of English language, like a lot of, we have to be able to give some kind of an understanding of how English works with, if there's words like that they have, what is it? What are those letters called? If there's letters without nouns or consonants, I don't know what they call, but like the word play, P-L-A-Y. If we were to say it in our way, we would say ply, without, but, even though we say ply, but, ply, what play? Because I think the same with that word rock, as opposed to forehead. Like when you try to tell them to say rock, pshwa, pshwa.
Yeah.
They're used to saying pushwa, pshwa, pshwa. You know it, pshwa, pshwa. And just like even having running those words together, like just for the word for strong, the other word for strong, do,
Yeah.
do. And same with like, what is that? Steelhead, ground up steelhead, or what is that? Ground up salmon that we use for lockaline with steelhead oil. Sly.
Yeah. Sly.
Sly. Yeah, it's a constant trying to get that just to make him say it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam. Shwa, iwa, shwa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
This-
same with like the run, because sometimes the kids get a phobia about trying to say something the way they read it. Then when I look at it, and then I'll just go over it with them, and we can say it. If it's written, we can say it.
Mm.
And then again, almost like getting them acquainted with just the letters that we use for the sounds that we use it for.
Mm. Yeah, because I even got this to talk to them about that, about the different areas, different spellings. How Yakima spelled, use their alphabet, how Warren Springs use their alphabet, and how we use the alphabet here. And they're asking, well, why couldn't they just agree upon, one thing here? Is that, well, that thought did come across, but then yet they're still their own people, though. They're still their own. So they want, so each one, just to show that, where they come from, that they say things differently too. It's not all the same. Warren Springs says things different from here. We say different things from Yakima. Yakima says different things from here, and then all the way around. But there's got similar, but there's things that they're just not the same. Said the same. Gonna understand each other, but it's just there's slight differences, very slight differences. And you get the gist of it. You can kind of get the gist of what they're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, and then we got clay.
Gosh, payn, wánapaynpa, winanuušána.
Yeah, that schlei there, John, is not roasted salmon. It's actually a grounded salmon.
Okay.
ground. It's a fine. It's pounded into a fine powder. The dried salmon. Not very many people know how to do that yet.
Because they use blenders now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I got some jars of it, and yeah.
Not
Is
sure if
this
I
the
have it.
kind that's air dried?
Yeah, it's air dried, and they pound it or they grind it. I think I sent all mine down south. All the fish I ever got, all canned fish I ever gotten, it's all gone down south.
What is that?
No, knife.
Oh, my grandmother had one of those.
Yeah,
Bush, or
Yeah.
something like that.
knife.
Yeah. She had a rock, and it had a steer horn on it.
Oh,
But she pounded. She had a wooden like a hardwood bowl that was given to her or something. But she had that, and that's what she would use to dry deer meat. And then she would pound that, and that would be used for looking too.
yeah.
That's what I need to do with mine, because I can't chew mine. It's my tish.
Yeah, so yeah, see, some of these words you kind of be very careful now. I'm saying "pui," and the PX gonna go together. Instead of saying separating the sounds, "pachui," you're saying a whole different word. "Pui," "chalai." I think that'd be a different word too. "Chalai" instead of "chlai." "Khatu" would be different too. "Khtu." "Hashwa" would be different too. "Shwa." No, words would no, really not. It's just those little changes in there would change the whole meaning of the word. Or even like, what are you trying to say? What are you saying? You know, but don't all and with the content that you're sharing, and some of those people will probably help you out. And then, oh, you mean you're just trying to say this? Like, oh, okay, yeah, I got you. I get what you're saying. Yeah. It happens.
Well, that's the issue for your students. English doesn't allow clusters of this sort, and the usual strategy for, say, when English borrows words that have them is to put a vowel in, and they need to break away from that and get used to these larger and more varied clusters of consonants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes perfect sense that they would do that, though.
I think at the middle school level where I'm at with Sunridge, they got enough time to understand, and still young enough to try to adjust themselves to this the mindset of speaking, that's how it's used, the words. See, what other ones can we work with here? Let's go back up there to the top of the list again. See, we use cáāt. We use chow a lot, hui a lot, mistli, hayu, moose, alalai, atuk. Sleek winash washalau, watim, sleek winash wacha. There it is. Sleek winash wacha. Shalau watim. E. Sleek winash wacha. Shalau watim. See, it's another one. Mm. Um,
Do we want to give one of these to Annie or Cece to try to work with? Like Annie, she always seems to be working.
yeah, I'm sitting there trying to give out a little more examples using the other ones, like yan wanam, konaiticha. You always walk for forever. And this case would be for a long time. Yan wanam konaiticha. You always walk for a long time. No, for those ones that actually that go out and maybe go for like their exercise and go for a walk, and just lose track of time in your walks. Like maybe got your earbuds in or your headphones on, and just going along, just walking and walking. When you realize how long you've walked, you that's where that yan when I'm konaiticha. Then this would be a normal thing, not every day, but a pretty normal thing that you're sitting there waiting and waiting, or you're sitting at home like, where'd he go or where'd she go? I went for a walk. Man. This long? Yan when I'm konaiticha. Always walking forever. Walk forever for a long time. Or it'd be like you always take forever walking.
Slamay. Of course, slamay connecting.
Yeah, that's another one. Samai.
So long, gone so long, whatever. Like slamay. Slamay, you win that. You know, it's like, damn, gone so long.
Not slamai, but slamai.
Yeah, slamay. Yeah, slamay.
Yeah.
The good old, be right back.
Yeah, so
You win that.
yeah. Be right back. Kumish. Islamaisha. Oh, yeah.
Just laughing at the word. I wasn't even sure if lakamin was even in our dictionary. Anyway, it's in there, and then it sounds funny. Wiyanawišáaš or ilakšanáaš. Ilakšanáaš. Ilakšanáaš.
Really?
Never heard that before. Ilakšanáaš.
Huh. I never even noticed that.
Instead of like saying making, you know, ynpa lakamin.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense, but yeah, some of those lakaminisha.
Mishnam lakaminisha. Mishnam lakamin. Mishnam lakaminisha.
TMI. Wiyanawišáaš. Ciao. Oh, hear it.
Wad lakamini sla. Opsoch lakamini sla. That's the best. Try. Ilakšanáaš.
Okay. All right there, John. Yeah, yeah. So I don't know, the Annie and Cece, I want to take a shot at this. Try to see if we come up with a couple of that either I or you, maybe we.
Could I maybe have some help if I want to say I'm tired, I didn't get enough sleep last night? Wiyanawišáaš, and then using the whoosh.
Moose.
The word for
In Chuna, moose.
that you, what was that again, Cece? That you were having a hard time sleeping, or you just barely, you got just a little sleep? Is that what you said?
Yeah, or I didn't get enough sleep.
Oh. Cháအခြnish in Chun. Cháအခြnish in Chuna. Chatpa. Huh?
Yeah, I didn't sleep good last night.
Yeah, Cháအခြnish in Chuna. Chatpa. I didn't sleep good last night.
Or you say Miss Celine, Miss Celina Chuna. Yeah, Wiyanawišáaš, Miss Celina Chuna. Satpa.
Miss Chile is that like with difficulty, another way of difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Chile.
Barely slept, and I kind of tossing and turning all night, maybe. And hard time, had a difficult time sleeping, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe you got a headache, maybe your body's sore, or maybe just a slight light sleeper where every little noise you're jumping up.
That first phrase that you said there, was that what you said there, Cece, in the Shinchuna Moose? Did you say that?
But that was me, actually.
Oh, okay.
The Shinchuna moose.
Or there again, that word cáāt could come in on a word like this. Cáāt some tuna, or cáāt some tuna. Oh, it's up a little while.
Yeah. Yeah, cáāt Chuna. Yeah, maybe you stayed up late. Binge watching something on TV or Netflix or Hulu. I don't know. I do myself. I get into those things where I do binge watch, and I don't. But this happened when I first watched Game of Thrones, and I think I watched the first 3 seasons in one night. Just kept on watching. I had just, what's gonna happen next?
What was it? What was you watching?
Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I was I kept watching. I said, I'm curious. I got to see what's happened next. When I finally sleep, I looked at the clock. It was like 4:30 was 5. Geez, I better at least get some sleep. I close my eyes for a little bit.
And Miss Chaliki Nashtakshia could even be used as like I barely woke up. Miss Chaliki Nashtakshia.
Well, I barely woke up. That's me on a regular basis. Yeah, I am not a morning person. I am not.
Nam Ashapnitsta na Maisa Sunuyawata Chanachi and the Kuiwatimani Ashapnitsta na Maisa Ansta. Wouldn't say
Ish. Miss Wiyat, is she for a long time or for a while?
yeah,
Wiyat
we
ishnash bingewatch-iya, getting to what Damien was saying. Wiyat ishnash bingewatch-iya Game of Thrones na.
Hey.
Your point would be, your point is well taken. Now I know what you said. I know what you mean.
GOT-na.
That'll fit a little better.
Yeah, I get into those kicks and whatnot. I got all these apps now, these different apps, Hulu and Shutter and whatnot. I get into these kicks where I do binge watch a lot. I just keep on watching, watching. Yeah. That way I don't have to worry about commercials.
Oh, here I don't even have that.
Yeah, I got a lot. I got HBO Max, Peacock, Discovery, Paramount, Shutter. Shutter's got all the scary movies, horror movies. Yeah, I got Shutter just for that one Discovery of Witches. For that show. That's pretty interesting show. It's all about witches and vampires. I think there's a few werewolves in there too. I'm not sure. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've watched it. To cut myself off from binge watching. So I'm getting myself caught up in this too much.
Wa'ani is spoiled, addicted to a particular indulgence.
Ani?
Ani. Because I was looking up, like, because we're all spoiled somehow or another, this guy, I spoiled myself a little bit, like with a lot of people have that, because that's the way like Janice is spoiled with dish over here. Over there, she doesn't get it, so she's just addicted to dish over here. So that's I'm gonna give her that word now. Ani naman.
Ani. They're spoiled, yeah. Ani naman. Wiyanawišáaš walukawaski. Okay. Mr. Lee. Good. Annie, did you want to try and make one?
am always working, or like every day I work. So I'm like always beading, weaving, or sewing.
Always doing something.
Yeah.
Tamen winash wikucha mais. I'm always doing something. I'm always busy doing something every day. Wikucha. Be like keeping busy, always doing something. Tamen winash wikucha mais.
Tamin wanash wikucha mishtunna, you know, like whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tamin wanash wikucha mishtunna mais. Not with tuna though.
Not with tuna. No. Tamin winash wikucha mais. Tamin winash wikucha mishtunna mais.
Yeah. I was doing something every day.
Yeah. That could also be like translated to I'm always keeping busy every day.
Tamin wanash káānamkni.
Okay, yeah.
Because I know I had to get used to that double Q or
Kanai.
káātnamkni, but I've always just known it as káānamkni.
Yeah, that's how I've heard it too. And going back listening to recordings I do have of Lula Sluit and Subsequent. Hearing it, I just hear Kanai.
And then I've heard of káātnamkni too, same, and then it kind of same implication.
Yeah.
The old elder Kmaikin,
Yeah.
Cleveland Kmaikin, káātnamkni,
Yeah.
business, doing something.
Yeah, it looks like that's more what it is in northeastern Itishkin and Nez with a ch instead of the
káātnamkni.
ch.
By Shwan Kush Down at you, Palush Slaman,
Mm.
Sinwit Yao.
Yeah.
Ni Klap Cheonam subsequent.
Yeah.
The Kui Kushki Chiiwashapawa Turkey YouTube part. Chiiwashapawa Turkey Chnaki, the recorded on.
Yeah.
Oh, Kamish. Yes, Allah can find the cool. Chownish now a Daphne. Mish took for like Daphne.
The important parts too.
Chow inch and a Wiyanawišáaš and in at the man at Quatatash Mishtuna. Tuna beige.
Which tuna.
Another word for melt, tuna melt. Napaynpa. Aku I kut slamen kna lachweis Wiyanawišáaš hot roast anyway knachas kuma pilak imaman pa shuksha and a tuna squatta taminwa Oh, atnamkni, tuna melt. That they noticed exactly what I want with whole wheat and pepper jack cheese, jalapenos. Yeah.
Lawala. Lawala.
Over.
Una yao lawala. Or lao yawak. Lao yawak. Soup.
Lawiyawani.
Lao yawak is actually a verb, actually. Like you say, ilaw yawaksha hoina. Or tawaina. Lao yawaksha.
Nishkeksha naku I cheese wata lawiyawani tunapa and by wakanash banichi tunana. Winanuušáaš.
Kumish. Ynpa wa'anawi. Ynpa wa'anawi. Who's all hungry? I'm asking. Ynpa wa'anawi.
So now a shamash Annie Kusisi ku Jonathan Kushki my point. Bison kicking. I appreciate you guys showing up, for the classes.
Yeah.
You guys make us behave.
Well, I'll do a very good job of that, Frank.
So I'm gonna go have my lunch. So we'll see you guys after a while.
Gamish.
Yeah.
I gotta hop off of here too.
So I hope this was helpful there, Annie and CC, to carry on with this, practice more with these words. That all this that was given, that this all can be put together and used. I know we still got more to add to it. Try to work with what we have right now, and continue asking questions about different things, how this can be said and how this can be done. That there is no such thing as a dumb question or stupid question, especially when it comes to asking about the language. How do we say this? How do we say that? That these moments like this are used to practice and be used out in public. That when they get out there, it'll be won't be criticized as much, because I know some people can be very critical and very hurtful in your language learning. That you're not being, that some will be critical and say they're not teaching you right. We're trying our best, and we want you to feel that confidence to go out there and use it also. So, but Annie, John, and Cece, without the ilaks. But I wish you guys a good weekend, a safe weekend. You guys take care, and kino tamatash mitaps wiyaw. Yow.
Kumish.
Oh.
Iyo.
Yeah.
Question.